What's going on, guys? The Iron Jesse here, and welcome back to my new LEGO Marvel 2025 set review. And today I'm reviewing the Avengers Endgame Final Battle set. This is set 76323, it ages 10 plus, has 621 pieces and 10 characters. I got this set at the Sugarloaf Mills LEGO store last month, and this set costs $100 here in North America and around the world for the lineup. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at all 10 of these characters. In this set, we do get a total of 9 minifigures and 1 big figure. So we do get a brand new updated Mark 50 Iron Man minifigure because I noticed that they made some changes for the figure. The helmet is the same, but when you look at the torso printing a little bit closer, they upgraded the red highlights for the figure. So they changed up the arc reactor too, and they also made some differences for the hip printing for the character itself. The leg printing is the same, I think. Well, I thought they were going to use this version that we've gotten from 3 years ago from the Armory set, but no, they just made some changes for him. And I love how they gave him his nanotech blade or sword, if you want to call it, and that translucent shield that is inaccurate. I wish they made it accurate to the way it is in the film, but that is the same piece that was used in the Zane mech battle set from Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3. Cap has to be disappointing because that is his Age of Ultron suit, not his Endgame suit, but I love the printed shield, the damaged version of his shield, but I wish they made that piece molded instead of just like halfly printed for him. And he does come with Mjolnir too. Falcon's the same one. I'm not going to waste my time talking about him, but they made some changes for those pieces because the one in the Civil War airport battle had that like studs for the part of the wings for the character, but they just changed it up just a bit. And he does come with those oversized stud shooters in dark gray or gunmetal gray. If you guys don't know how these pieces work, that's how they work. If you lose one of these, they will give you like a spare. We do get Iron Spider and Ant-Man again, since I'm glad they brought those figures back. It's been like 7 years since we've gotten those figures. So I love the new Iron Spider figure. I love the new mask for him that is like accurate to the way it is in the film. I love the brick belt arms. The torso printing is nice. Wish they gave him some arm printing, but they did that in the new bust set. Hopefully that will officially happen. I love the dual molded legs for him. The face and hair piece looks awful, and it looks nothing like Tom Holland at all for the character. I love the new Ant-Man figure, since I'm glad they kept that helmet because it works perfectly for him. The torso printing is nice, but I wish they gave him some leg printing to complete the look. And he does come with that inaccurate Paul Rudd face, which I'm not happy about. I wish they could fix that up. Doctor Strange and Black Panther are the same ones. That's the Multiverse of Madness version of Strange, since I don't have anything else to say about him. I wish they could give him his own Infinity Saga outfit. Black Panther's the same, but they gave him the T'Challa headpiece in that Chadwick Boseman look. So the face and torso printing is the same one from the Iron Man car set and the Civil War airport battle. Wanda, Thanos, and the Chitauri are also the same, so I don't have anything else to say about them. So closer look for the torso printing for the Chitauri if you guys are curious to know how they work. But let's flip everybody around so I can show you what the back torso printing looks like. By the way, Thanos does come with that minifigure scale. Look at that double-bladed machete. And we do get that same printing for his face, legs, and torso. So I don't have anything else to say about that. It's same design for his back with the 4 golden studs for the character. So anyways, let's just flip everybody around so I can show you what the back of them looks like. I'm not going to take off their gear because I'm pretty sure some of us already know what they look like for all these characters. So here's the back of Strange. And here's the back of Iron Spider, if I can get it. There we go. So this is what the back of everybody looks like. And the Iron Spider arms can move for the Iron Spider figure. And this is what the back of everyone looks like. So we do get that same sticker for Red Wing and Falcon's wings. And all that is the same, and some are new for the character. So that is it for everyone. Now let's move on to the build. Here is this mech for Ant-Man. And I don't understand why he needs a freaking mech. Well, I get they're trying to recapture his giant man form, but we didn't see like this in the movie. He was in his giant man form, but not like this. I get that's just Lego is making something up, but at least I still dig the mechs for the characters. But I totally love the design for this one. But again, he doesn't need one. He has like some powers, like he can shrink, he can turn giant, he can summon all of his ants to attack bad guys. But for the design for the mech, I love the chest piece, and you do get 3 stickers, and the chest piece is one of them for the mech itself. And I love how they capture Ant-Man's suit, which I totally dig. And they do capture the same design for the feet for the Iron Man mech armor set. And I love the belt for the mech armor itself. And we do get those joint pieces from the Ninjago sets in black. So we have 2 for his legs and 2 for his arms. So very interesting for the build itself. And take a look at the right side of it. So we have the right side of the torso, hip, and legs. So they use those ingot pieces for the belt, so I totally dig that. And I honestly love the little knee pads for the mech. And we do get a sticker for the gauntlet itself for that Nexonite piece for the mech itself, which I totally dig. And we do get the same thing on the left side of the mech. And taking a look, this is what the back of it looks like. So we have like some back detailing for the mech armor itself. We have the back of the arms, legs, hip, and torso for the build itself. And as usual, you gotta open up the chest piece like this, so you can't fit one minifigure in there. So you gotta put their arms and legs up like this, and there are 4 studs in there. And voila. So this is what the mech looks like when you put the minifigure in there. So at least it's still good for the way it is, but I just totally dig that for the build itself. And we do get some articulation for mech, so the arms are on a ball joint. It can go in circles and also can go in and out, and the fingers are articulated, so you can like open up the fingers or do a good thumbs up if you want. The waist itself does swivel like so. The legs move forward and back, and it could do the splits, and it has angle pivot side to side and for articulation. But yeah, I still dig this mech, but Ant-Man doesn't really need it, because like I said, he can shrink, he can become giant, and summon his ants is what I meant to say. But at least I can still dig the build, but I still get that they're trying to recreate his giant man form, or recapture is what I meant to say, but at least it's still fine the way it is. So that is it for the mech. Now let's move on to the diorama. Here's the diorama build itself, and honestly, it looks okay the way it is. I know some people may or may not be a fan of it, but to me, I just don't know about it. It's sort of fine, but not too good looking. But before we get started, we are going to take a look at the build, but same thing that I did with the Civil War Airport Battle and the Avengers Assemble set, we're going to take a look at the build without the figures. So right now, we're going to take a look at the set itself without the figures, and while we're done, we are going to do that again, but with the figures. So right now, we're going to do it without the figures. So as you can see, we have all this rubble and destruction, all this fire around the area, which is the destruction look at the Avengers compound. And we do get a brick-built Avengers logo over here on this corner. And we do get a bunch of these portals for all these characters to pop out and coming back from the blip. So this build is connected by 2 sections. So we have this section over here and this little spot right here that you can put Cap, Iron Man, and Thanos on this spot, and also the Jitari. So we have the entire front part. We do get like a classic flame piece over there. And we do get like a couple of these candle pieces on the left and right side of this build. And we do get all of these portals over here. Ooh, wow, how interesting. And we do get that little spot for Black Panther to like come out along with Shuri and Okoye. And we do get a damaged look at this wall on this spot, and we do get that like jumper piece to represent that play feature that we will get into later on for this section and this section. So spinning this angle around, this is what like the other side of the build looks like, and we have that angle for the Avengers logo and the other part for the diorama build itself. And I totally dig some of the spots over there, and spinning it around to the other side, since I want to be really careful with this. So we have the other angle for the diorama build itself, and let me show you that other spot again in a better way, just in case. So yeah, here's what that side looks like again in a better look. Here's what the other side looks like, and we do get like some bricks in that light gray color, and we do get that same piece again for that play feature that I mentioned before. And spinning it around, this is what the entire back section looks like, and we do get those 2 clip pieces, and that is from that brand new Thor versus the Jitari set that's going to release in 2 months. So anyways, yeah, we have the back interior of the build itself. We have those translucent pieces in that clear look for the portals. And we do get that same piece from that Leviathan set from that $300 Avengers Tower set. So at least it's just one piece at a time for the build, but you get the Jester. So anyways, the only part that I didn't notice is that you can swap out the portals and the Avengers logo in a different spot. So let me show you how you can do that. So it is pretty easy. You can't just pop the Avengers logo off like this, since all those are connected to those 4 studs for this spot. And here's what the logo looks like. So we have the front part and the back, and that is attached to a ball joint piece, which I didn't know about. So you can angle it in a different way. And same thing for one of the portals. You can take them off easily like this, and just like that. And as for this one, it is attached to those 2 clips, just like that. So you can swap it however you want. So you can put this one over here, put the Avengers logo right over there, and you can put like this one over here if I can get it. All right, here, yeah, I heard a click. And here's one for this spot and the other one for this spot. And yeah, you can swap it however you want to in a cooler way, which is a nice touch. And also for that play feature, you can flip this part up like this. That's like a little explosion for that build. And also, like I said, the art attached to these different sections. So here's one for the Thanos area that I like to call it. So this is what the entire area looks like. And same thing for that. Easy to destroy that piece again. So yeah, that is a pretty easy look. So here's the front and here's the back part, and easy to clip that piece again if you guys don't know how to do it again. So here's what the build looks like when you put all the characters on it. And honestly, it looks better when you put the Thanos big figure and the minifigures on it along with the Ant-Man mech. So it can look a little bit better than it was before. So we have the entire front part again. So we have Thanos fighting against Cap and Iron Man over here along with the Chitauri. And we do get all the characters coming out of the portal since they are coming back from the blip. And we have Ant-Man getting into his giant man form to get ready to crush the Chitauri and the other armies for Thanos to get ready into battle. So we have Iron Spider jumping out of the portal, but it would have been nice if they gave him some web accessories for the character so it could be in that awesome look. And we have everything back the way it was since I put it back just like the way it was after I have fun like putting the other portals and the Avengers logo in the different areas. But anyways, yeah, at least it looks better for the front side. And let me just show you the bottom just a bit in that better angle. So let's flip it around again. So we have the other side again, but with all the figures on it. So we have all those parts over here, and we do get like that piece just moving up and down. So you can't let one to like fly around in and out just like this if you want to. Oh boy, I hope I didn't knock that off. All right, let me just fix that up. All right, there we go, just in case it doesn't like pop off so easily. And spinning it around to the other side where we have Doctor Strange and Ant-Man over here, and we do get that same piece in that in a different look. So you can't like have Strange go up and down. You can't like adjust it however you wanted to. We have Black Panther jumping out of the portal, and same thing with Iron Spider over here. And this is what the entire back part of the build looks like with all the characters. So we have the back of Iron Spider, Wanda, Thanos, Black Panther, Ant-Man and his mech, and we have Falcon just like flying around over here. And if you want to, you can put the other characters from the different sets on the build if you wanted to create the awesome Endgame portal scene, which is my favorite part of the film, or should I say the Avengers Assemble scene is what I like to call it. Overall, this set is gotta be a disappointment, since I heard a lot of like negative reviews about this set from the other Lego YouTubers. Well, this set was revealed back in March, I'm gonna say, but I only bought this set because of the Ant-Man and the Iron Spider minifigures, because we haven't gotten those figures since in 2018, especially Iron Spider. So I'm happy they brought him back, since I love the dual molded legs and the torso printing for the character, and even the face mask piece. And the Peter Parker hair and headpiece sucks. It doesn't look like Tom Holland at all. But it would have been nice if they brought that old Lego Marvel CMF Series 1 Peter Parker head from the What If Zombie Hunter Spider-Man figure. I still have that piece, and it does work perfectly for Tom Holland's likeness. I wish they could bring it back to complete the look. But I love the build for the arms for the character. It does look pretty great, but some webbing accessories would have worked perfectly for him. Ant-Man is pretty nice, so I love the torso printing for the front and back side of it. And I love how they kept that helmet piece because it does work perfectly on him. But I wish they gave him some leg printing to complete the look and gave him a way better Paul Rudd headpiece is what I meant to say, because they really used that headpiece for Steve Rogers, Hansel, and some of the other characters. The Mark 50 Iron Man is brand new because I thought it was a reused figure, but they made some changes for the torso, hip, and leg printing for the character. Well, I think the leg printing is the same but a little bit different, but I had to double check with the old one. Cap, Strange, Panther, Wanda, and Sam are the same one, so I don't have anything else to say about them, but I wish they gave Wanda her waist cape back and give us a accurate Endgame Black Panther, an accurate Doctor Strange, because that is right before the Multiverse of Madness film is what I meant to say, and give us back the Endgame Captain America figure. I still have that figure. He's in my drawer, but they gotta stop reusing the Age of Ultron one. It's starting to get pretty annoying. The Chitauri and Thanos figures are the same ones. I don't have anything else to say about it, but I wish they made his double blade machete a little bit bigger, because that's like a minifigure scale look instead of a big fig scale look. The mech for Ant-Man is still pretty nice and solid, but I get how they trying to recapture his giant man form, but he doesn't need one. And I don't understand why they did that, but a little bit because I just said it earlier, but still. And as for the build, it is pretty fine the way it is. It doesn't excite me that much, but the fun part is I love how you can swap out the portals and the Avengers logo into like different areas, so you can like swap them out however you want to once you already bought the set. And it is connected to two spots, which is this one and the little area that Thanos is on there. But yeah, I love how you can like swap out the portals however you want to, because I didn't notice that until now. Well, just a bit while I've seen like the images for the box art and the lifestyle pictures for this set. But at least I still dig some of the cool parts of it, like the Avengers logo. At least it is a little bit fine since they use like a arrow piece for that, but I wish they made it in dark blue to match up the look for it. And I didn't know there was a ball joint piece for that build, but at least it's still pretty solid. But it would have been nice if they made it a little better to give us an actual endgame cap and make some of the characters even more accurate. But at least this is an okay set, but at least it's fine the way it is. So I don't have anything else to say about it, but that is all I've gone so far right here. So that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe and if you're new, hit that notification bell, the C button, and don't forget to Hulk smash that comment section down below. And tell me in the comments what you guys think about this crummy set for the lineup. I'll see you later.